Now, as promised, here is stage 15, a rolling day of 183 kilometres through the beautiful and baking Ardèche from Mons to Valence. Once the initial lumps are out of the way, there's a long descent onto the flat for the day's intermediate sprint. Whether or not we get a full sprint at the finish will depend on how much of a gap the breakaway has over the second category called in Esquenay and how many sprinters make it over the top in the main field.
Move here, he's done it before. As he's made a little shoot away from the bunch. He's got 3.3 kilometres, and looking at the peloton, he's caught them off guard again. As we continue, they've taken out that roundabout. That's a nice move, a nice smooth crossing there. 3.2. Once we go through 3, all the riders will get the same time. That's good news for the leaders of the Tour.
Well, now all of a sudden, Lotto Soudal have said, oh, we made a little bit of a tactical error here at 3 kilometres to go. We need to really wind this up. Zdeněk Štýbar, a phenomenal rider when it comes to cyclocross. He's already had himself a stage victory in the Tour de France, and you might just have popped notice the speed there, Phil. 55 kilometres an hour is what he's charging along at. But there's not very many men can do this kind of an effort over the last 3 kilometres of a race. He's got to keep the pressure on here for around about 3.5 minutes.
He won in Le Havre up a steep hill when the leaders of the Tour all fell around him. He popped out the winner, and of course it led to the final abandonment of the second yellow jersey of the Tour de France, his teammate Tony Martin. He's anybody can hold these people up. It is him. If they allow just a moment's relaxation and don't take up the chase, he'll be gone.
Well, that's what he counts on when he makes a move like that. He counts on a little bit of disorganisation. I noticed Peter Sagan was right up onto the back wheel there of John Degenkolb.
Well, he looks to see where they are. He knows now he's totally committed. It's win or lose. That's the way it is now for him. 2.2 kilometres to go. It's going to be tight.
Well, that's about 7 seconds the advantage, and all he can hope for is there's a bit of disorganisation comes here. We're down to 2 riders now leading out to Christophe. That was the rider in the red and white jersey as they go inside of 2 kilometres to go.
Well, he's now looking for one, and that'll be the yellow kite in the road. We're coursing right down the main street here in Valence now. It is a very good approach. It is a pure sprint, and they know it now as they try to organise the sprint, and they're being disrupted by the attack of Zdeněk Štýbar.
Well, Christophe is third wheel. Behind him is André Greipel. Behind him in the green jersey is Sagan. It looks very much as if it's all over bar the shouting.
Well, I'll tell you what, the white jersey in the centre of the pack under the tree, that's Michael Matthews, who seems to be recovering from his broken bones. As they're closing in now, it's Christophe's team trying to close them down. The green jersey note, 4th down in that line, is Peter Sagan.
Well, Sagan is just trying to freelance a little bit, watching how the other riders in front of him are going to sort out the sprint. Štýbar is going to get caught before they get to the final kilometre. He sat up, he made the effort, puts his hand up. Really is a warning to the other riders, Phil, that he's going backwards, because this can always be very, very dangerous.
And a counter move again. They're going to be preoccupied at 1 kilometre to go here. This is going to be another move, but they're on in this time. Katusha are there. Christophe is locked in. Behind is André Greipel. Then comes the green jersey. These are all the riders. Degenkolb is there, and Michael Matthews in the white jersey is also there.
And on Michael Matthews' wheel is Edvald Bosenhagen. Moving up, you've got the Cofidis team as well. They've got a good lead-out man, Geoffroy Soupé. Maybe he's going to have a crack here this afternoon as he gets a little bit further forward. And now you can see the heads are moving, but I have to think that Christophe is right up. He's too close to the front.
500 metres to go now. He's in the perfect position, the best he's ever been to win the stage. 18 wins and nothing in the Tour. He's the second left rider in white as they make that turn on the inside. Through the inside they go. Now Christophe doesn't want to go just yet, but he's going to have to try. It's Serge Powell to the front, but now they break on the right as André Greipel goes. Degenkolb is trying desperately. Can Greipel make it 3? Degenkolb is giving it everything as they race towards the line. Christophe is coming, Sagan is coming, and André Greipel takes it on the line. He makes it 3, and he is all smiles. He is proving every time, Paul, he is the best sprinter of the Tour.
Just have a look at this one more time. The power, it's a very, very long sprint for André Greipel. His compatriot from Germany on the right-hand side, John Degenkolb, is coming, but all of a sudden it seems as if Greipel has got the lunch for the line. 2nd place to Degenkolb, 3rd place to Christophe, and 4th place to Peter Sagan.
Andre, many congratulations. That was a really powerful sprint, was it? You've won 3 stages now. Was that the best of them?
It was a really hard one, I would say. It was suffering from kilometer 0 today. The team kept me out of the wind, tried to support me as best as they could, and at the end my 11 went on, so I was first sprinting in the 12, but I think the last 100 meters the 11 went on, and I could still find some power to get to the line, and I'm really proud of my team, also of myself, to finish it off today.
Well, whether or not he could get his chain onto the 11-tooth sprocket where he wanted it, he looked perfectly geared, Andre Greipel, and took a brilliant third stage win from John Degenkolb, Alexander Kristoff and Peter Sagan. The first 64 riders across the line all got the same time. That 64 contained the top 10. Adam Yates finished 135th. Well, they were the leading nation in stage wins last year, Germany, and they're leading this year with 4, 3 of them for Andre Greipel, who beat everyone today but his biggest rival, who was suffering at the back.
Yeah, I was up last night with diarrhoea. Obviously, I don't want to say that before the stage of the start, and in case other teams tactics, we prayed that maybe it'd be an easy start. But we had the plan that we'd get guys in the break anyway, so I didn't feel good at the start at all. It's a shame because I was going good the last couple of days, and guys who I was easy hanging on longer than them, were just riding past me on the first hill.
The result of all Peter Sagan's hard work in the break today was a net loss of 17 points to Andre Greipel, but he still holds the green jersey by a healthy margin of 44. And after speaking to the Tour director Christian Prudhomme, he spoke to Ned.
Super aggressive day. You were on the front foot in the first half of the race. Did that cost you in the final sprint, do you think?
No, I don't think so, because I felt good also for the sprint. Just the sprint is always crazy, and we had last 3 kilometers headwind, and then all the group just coming, and then the last 500 meters, 300 meters actually in the turn, everybody comes there, boom, and it was crazy. And then I just coming on the front, but it was too late. And then Kristoff's going right after I lose my pedal, and it was like it was, but what I can do.
No change at all in the top 10 today, the closest thing to a day off the favourites have had for a bit, albeit a fast and unbelievably hot one. Another fresh jersey for Chris Froome on the podium, determined, as he said, to move on from yesterday, but still obliged to talk about moving on.
A much more comfortable day, I guess, all round, and hopefully incident-free for you, was it?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it was a good day out there, great atmosphere out on the roads, and no unfortunate incidents today.
I mean, it's a tricky one, isn't it, trying to take the heat out of the situation? Everyone understands your reaction yesterday, but now you've just got to move on, haven't you, and complete your race?
Of course. I mean, we're here to do a job, and we've got to stay focused on that, so obviously that takes preference. What happened yesterday, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not going to happen again now.
And it's out of your system in the sense that the race is, one rest day after tomorrow and then the Alps, and that's really where the race is going to be decided, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you think before the Champs-Élysées now, we've got 5 real racing stages left, so I mean, we're really into the tail end of the race now. You can see there are some tired bodies out there on the road. But yeah, I think we're in an extremely fortunate position. We've still got 9 riders. Everyone's fit and healthy on the team, so just hoping to get through now to the next rest day, and then go for the last part of the race.
The last part of the day was slightly uncomfortable, though. For every other jersey wearer, the French television duo of Gérard Holtz and Laurent Jalabert shared live interview duties. For Chris Froome, it was Holtz asking the questions, Jalabert standing awkwardly off to one side.